Let's talk about freshman seminars or FMS classes. Freshman seminars are usually freshman friendly, and a lot of them maybe are writing intensive or global, so you can do a lot of double dipping with them. So they're excellent courses, but you want to be sure that you like the topic of the course before you sign up for one. Because, if you don't like the Grateful Dead and you sign up for a GLT that's about the Grateful Dead, you're going to have 15 weeks of the Grateful Dead. You can either find out what each freshman seminar, and some sections may be different, they're not all the same. You can go to online and find the course description, either type in freshman seminar into the search bar, or go to the website there to find out what each individual section is about in freshman seminar. Let's talk about your registration window. You'll be able to register for classes between certain times depending on the number of credit hours you've already completed. For most freshmen, you will be able to start registering at 12:01 a.m. on November 15th. This is when your registration window opens. For some of you, however, depending on your status or your hours, you may very well be able to start registering earlier. So it's really important for you to check when your registration window opens. The next slide shows you instructions to do exactly that, to go in and check in UNCG to see what dates and times that your registration window opens. So follow the instructions there so that you know exactly when your window opens. If you're a teaching fellow, you want to be sure to register for TED 199 Section 01 for the spring semester, and you also see the CRN number there. Remember, CRN numbers are really important because those are what you're going to use to tell the computer exactly what courses you. Some tips for registering to make sure that you're prepared and get all the information that you know so it goes smoothly. First, let's look at some of the things you want to do before your registration window opens. Of course, you want to go to advising so you can get your advising code, because without your advising code, you can't register, so you want to be sure that you have it on hand. Also, most people's registration windows open, say, November 15th at 12:01 a.m. So you want to have it handy because I probably will not be available to at that time to email it to you. You also want to check ahead of time to see what classes still have seats available. So a couple of days beforehand, you want to start planning and look to see if your top picks or any of your top 5 choices have all the seats gone. You want to have some second and third choices or alternates available. You want to recheck this availability the day of registration. No point in trying to sign up for a class that doesn't have any seats available. Be poised and ready to go at midnight. If your registration window opens at November 15th, then you want to be poised and ready at 11:59 on November 14th. That night. Have your advising code, the list of CRN numbers that you want, and some alternates ready to go. Let's say that you want to take Math 115 and it's only got one seat available. What I suggest you do is put that CRN number for Math 115, hit Submit Changes so that you grab that seat first. Then you can put your other 4 CRN numbers in to register for those classes. When you've completed registering, be sure that you print out your student schedule by day and time to double check, 1, that you don't have any scheduling conflicts, and 2, to make sure that you didn't accidentally type one of those CRN numbers wrong and you signed up for History 642, and you don't want History 642. Okay, here's the registration screen. And the way to get to this, of course, is you're going to go into UNCG, which is at www.uncg.edu. Up in the right-hand corner, click on UNCG. Then you're going to go in Secure Area. You're going to put in your ID, your PIN number. You're going to walk through the steps, registration student services and financial aid, then registration, and then you're going to get to what we call the drop add screen, which looks very similar to this. And the part we want you to focus on are these CRN numbers. So you're going to type those in and then be sure that you hit Submit Changes. It's not like at SOAR where you do class search. You want to hit Submit Changes. Alright, it happens to all of us. What do you do if there's a class that you really want, or a particular time and day, that section on Tuesday, Thursday from 11 to 12:15 that you really want, but there's no seats left? What do you do? This is one where persistence can really pay off. Keep checking back 2, 3, 4 times a day and see if a seat has become available. Someone may drop it and you can grab that seat. Persistence really will pay off. Another option that you have if there's no seats left is your tuition payment deadline is December 15th. So, sometimes seats will become available shortly after that December 15th deadline because students' schedules are dropped for non-payment. So you want to especially say December 18th, 19th, start checking and check every day because it's a gradual process. They won't all pop up at once, and see if a seat has become available in the class you want. Another option that you can try is you can talk to or email the instructors to see if they will overfill or overload a course. An instructor has absolutely no obligation to do this, but it's worth trying. They may not be able to overload the class because there's only 50 physical chairs in that classroom, or it may be a departmental rule that you have to go on a wait list. But anyway, if the instructor agrees to overload you in a class, you'll need what we call a pink drop ad form. You can get these pink drop ad forms in the registrar's office in the Mossman building, or you can come to 341A Curry and pick up a blank one. Once the professor signs off on it, then you'll have to take the completed pink drop ad form back to the registrar's office so that they can manually add you to that class. Believe it or not, you'll also be able to register for some summer classes. Maybe you weren't able to get that Math 115 class, but you know you want to take it in the summer because you don't want to wait too late, because remember I said that you want to try and take it at the latest in the fall 2011 semester. So if you decide you know that you want to sign up for summer classes, you can do that at the same time you register for your spring 2011 classes. Register for your spring ones first, and then you'll go back into UNCG, change the term to summer 2011. For your advising code, though, for the summer, you'll have to see the advising notes for that. The way summer classes work here at UNCG, there are 2 summer sessions. They're about 5 weeks each, so you'll see them there May 23rd through June 24th. The second summer session is June 27th through August 1st. Now remember, these sessions are only about 5 weeks long, and a normal semester is about 15 to 16 weeks. So these are going to go at a pretty fast clip. Some students love summer classes because they get to focus on just one thing. Other students like the longer. You'll find out once you take one, but I wanted to let you know about them. Now, I've talked about summer classes at UNCG, but some of you say, I live too far away, Annette. What about taking courses at a community college? You can certainly do that. But the key is if you take summer classes at another university, you want to make sure that the course you take will transfer back to UNCG just as you need it. Whether you need exactly Math 115 or maybe you just need a GLT, that website that I've listed there for community colleges will let you know how courses transfer back to UNCG. Now remember, anytime you take a course at another university, whether it's a community college, four-year college, North Carolina, out of North Carolina, you must request an official transcript be sent to UNCG's registrar. And remember, for it to transfer back and you get credit, you have to make at least a C. Now, you can also, like I said earlier, take courses at other colleges, four-year colleges here in North Carolina or in another state if you're out of state. But you must fill out a form, or the best way is to fill out a form to be sure, again, that that course is going to transfer back into UNCG just as you need it. And as I said before, remember, you've got to request an official transcript be sent to UNCG's registrar, and for any course to transfer back to UNCG, you have to make a C or better. You probably can't register for summer classes at community colleges or other colleges right now, but I did want to tell you about it. Like I said, though, you can register for summer school here at UNCG at the same time that you register for your spring courses, but register for the spring ones first. All right. I also have my contact information here. Remember that you go online. I sent you those instructions by email of how to go online and make a group advising appointment. And we'll have time during your group advising session to talk about your specifics and answer your questions. But if you still have questions and you want to set up an individual appointment, I only do individual appointments after I do all of my group advising. So usually that's going to mean that I will do individual appointments starting the Monday after Thanksgiving. But you can make the appointment if you want before then. I just don't see students for individual appointments until that Monday after Thanksgiving. If the best way to set up an individual appointment with me is to email me at that rwcline@uncg.edu. Tell me the days and times that you're free, then I can look at my schedule and email you back with an option, and we can set that appointment up, and then we can get together and talk about the things that you need. Maybe some issues have come up, and we can get the problem solved. But again, I only do individual appointments after all group advising sessions are done, and please email me and tell me the days and times that you're free. Well, I look forward to seeing you and talking to you at advising, and have a great day. Bye.